In our business, there are 4 revenue-producing activities. And on this segment and a further audio file, I'm going to focus on the second of the 4, and that is the invitation. What, by the way, are the 4 revenue-producing activities? They are, number 1, to create and maintain a candidate list. Unless we have a candidate list, unless we have a group of people to talk to, then the income wheel is not going to turn, so that's a revenue-producing activity. And people say, Randy, what have I got to do to make money in this business? Act on the revenue-producing activities. The second revenue-producing activity is to know how to invite the candidate so that he or she is given an opportunity to see what exactly it is that we represent. The third revenue-producing activity is to present the business in a fashion that can replicate, and the fourth revenue-producing activity is to do new member orientations in a universalized fashion. We notice that unlike all of the other segments, I have my phone in my hand. That because I want to give you an exact example of a proper invitation, and behind that proper invitation, the responses that are most likely to come. Now this is actually yesterday's text stream that I'll refer to you, and this is an example of an invitation. This invitation was done via text to a person that I know but distantly, a person that I know but have not had personal interaction with for at least 3 years. The text that I sent was, James, what do you know about CBD, parentheses, hemp oil, and the corresponding health benefits, Randy? Now, periodically, I have people who get stuck thinking they must develop some extraordinary skill before they can take action. The skill to do comes from the doing. I love that quote. That's Cicero. He said the skill to do comes from the doing. And so every time we act, we begin to develop a new skill. And as we begin to develop new skills, we have more poise, more self-confidence, we have more self-esteem. And that, by the way, is the antidote to fear. The skill to do comes from the doing. So let us begin to do. You could do this, could you not? James, what do you know about CBD, hemp oil, and the corresponding health benefits, Randy? And the response about 10 hours later was, good morning, Randy. I've read that it alleviates symptoms of many mental and physical health conditions, from anxiety, depression, to physical pain, to cancer. Last time I checked, the range of health benefits is about as wide as the earth is round. Wow, is he selling me or am I selling him? This is the magic of being involved with Kannaway. It's because there is a current, there is a flow, there's a general awareness and knowledge, and yet there's not a specific awareness and knowledge of how to get that product for our own consumption and how to further monetize the benefits of that product in a business. Good morning, Randy. I've read that it alleviates symptoms of many mental and physical health conditions, from anxiety, depression, to physical pain, to cancer. Last time I checked, the range of health benefits is about as wide as the earth is round. And so what was the next step in the invitation? I'm involved in a CBD project. Would you like to learn more? Now my question to you is, could you do what I've done thus far? The answer is without question, yes. This is hidden behind the text. It takes a little bit more preparation to make proper verbal invitations. It takes next to none to make proper electronic invitations. Now I will tell you that such invitations made randomly to a group will produce a sum total of nothing except a possible negative outcome, that being a pushing away of a circle of influence. If I were to do 100 times what I've just written here, I would do it 100 times individually, personal name, and be personally interacting behind it, as opposed to blanketing a warm circle of influence. I'm involved in a CBD project. Would you like to know more? The response was, yes, please. Behind that, I sent Kannaway.com about our oil. I then sent the YouTube video of a basic business presentation. I'm doing a web session in an hour. Would you like to listen in? In your case, it would likely be one of the leaders in our company is doing a web session in an hour. Would you like to listen in? His response was, I'd like that. Sounds like a great opportunity to me. I love the name, by the way, Kannaway. And on it goes. A proper invitation simply provokes curiosity. You'll notice that I did not send reams of information. I have another dear friend. His name is Ed. Ed, love Ed. Ed wants to complicate things. He would like to send a ream of information in that very first bit of dialogue. The question was simple. What do you know about CBD and the corresponding health benefits? That was it. Provoke curiosity and provoke conversation. Any invitation will provoke curiosity and provoke conversation, and every correct next step to any method of Invitation is to have at our fingertips the next planned response. I'm involved in a CBD project. Would you like to know more? Yes. It is then to know which tool we're going to provide for the further review. All of this leading to the moment of actual invitation to a person-to-person discussion, whether that be telephonically if the person is distant. By the way, telephonically if the person is distant. To the extent that I can be face-to-face with people, to the extent that you can be face-to-face with people, we are at peril when we transition beyond utilizing technology to accelerate our effects to believing that technology will replace personal relationship. It will never effectively replace personal relationship. And so when I have the first interaction is simply to reduce this to a face-to-face discussion, whether it be a one-on-one, a two-on presentation with a member of the upline organization, or whether it be a home business review. The invitation is simply this. It is saying as little as we must to provoke curiosity, to get out of the way, and to let a tool talk, letting the tool talk, guiding us to the moment when we invite a person to that face-to-face presentation, where presumably we will have products available to sell, products available to share, where we'll have various resources at our fingertips to once again let this process duplicate, to present it in such a way. So the invitation. It's very simple. Let us not complicate this. And let us remember that every single time we invite, the skill that we have to invite becomes greater. I compliment, I affirm, I provoke curiosity, I let a tool talk behind it, I invite to a home business presentation, and the wheel turns.